lovies, welcome back to my channel, A Beautiful Life. So in this video I will be sharing with you our new house tour. We have been in this new home for a little less than 2 months now, and it feels like we've been here for much longer, but I finally got it to a place where I'm able to share with you all. There's still a lot of things that I want to do in this home, and we are going to have more than enough time to do it because we're going to be here for a while, and I'm very, very excited about that. This home means a lot to us, and especially for me, I feel like it's an extension of my spirit, and so we were able to do something in this home that we really weren't able to do with any of the other homes that we've owned, and that's like pretty much customize a number of things in our home. So we did some renovations in our home, some remodeling, if you will, in order to make the space a little bit more us. And we're very, very excited about how it all came together. So I'm gonna go ahead and just show you the house. Welcome to our new home, lovies. This is our main living space that you see as soon as you come through the front door. We wanted a very bright and open concept for entertaining purposes. It wasn't always like this though, so I'll be showing you some before and after pics to give you an idea of the changes we made. And of course, my trusty assistant dude is here. A good paint color does wonders for any room, so I really wanted to bring more light and airiness to this room, which made me choose the white paint color. I also decided to paint the fireplace. This sunroom is my dramatic flair in the house. It's one of the first rooms that you see right when you approach the home, and I really wanted it to stand out apart from the main living space, especially since we're going to be adding a lot of art and portraits and plants to this room. I really just wanted to just make it a room full of love and culture. As for the black windows, those are not steel window frames that are usually black. We've actually just painted the original window frame and door, which is much more cost effective, and it still gives you the same look. So this wall is angled, and I plan to decorate it with a collage of portraits and funky art pieces that kind of go along the same shape of the wall. This is our dining room area, and it has one of my favorite pieces in our home, which is the chandelier that I actually got from Wayfair. I also really love this rug, and it's from Amazon. Okay, lovies. This kitchen is like my third baby. We redid everything about this kitchen, completely gutted, and it was designed from my heart, and I really love it. This is our bar area that we just had to have, of course, for entertaining. I decided to go with a two-tone kitchen to play it up a little bit and add a little character and playfulness to the kitchen. It's white on top, which is always a classic color for the kitchen, and navy blue, actually hail navy, on the bottom cabinets. And I think it really turned out beautiful, especially with the gold hardware on the cabinets. And we also had soft close cabinets installed because I am extremely heavy-handed and I do have a habit of slamming
cabinet doors, not on purpose, but now that will be a problem. I love this faucet. It has really good reach, and the farmhouse sink is amazing because I usually get wet when washing dishes, but it's deep enough to help prevent that. The tile that we used for our backsplash is definitely the star of the kitchen. I kept seeing this tile when I was researching different kitchen tiles, and I'm like, okay, I hear you. You've got to go somewhere in the house. And I thought that just having a really nice focal point would just add more beauty and attention to her, and I think we nailed it. We added a custom island piece with a built-in microwave, and no, the kids do not play with it, thankfully. Our beer and wine cooler was found on next door, a consignment space. Originally, the washer and dryer was downstairs in the basement, which is not finished, and I was like, babe, I can't keep going downstairs every day to wash clothes, so we agreed to bring it upstairs, and we kind of hide it behind these double doors, and it's super convenient and still very stylish. We added floating shelves to contribute to the beautiful aesthetic of the kitchen, and these tiles were purchased from Floor and Decor, and they mimic Zellage tiles, which are very expensive, but I really wanted a very worn and rustic look to the tiles, and I think that we achieved that at a fraction of the cost because Zellage tiles are extremely expensive. As far as the countertops, we went with an aspen quartz because we got kids and ain't nobody got time for that real marble and the staining and stuff, and we made a good decision with that. We added the cedar beam to kind of help mark off the kitchen from the rest of the house. And that pretty much wraps up our kitchen design, which we absolutely love. This is our master bedroom, and it's definitely one of the rooms in the house that is still in progress. It is on a smaller side, but it is a super cozy cottage vibe that is very relaxing and serene. We initially planned on fully renovating the bathrooms, but then COVID happened and we decided to save a little money. We do plan on renovating them in the next year or so. Okay, you guys, so the size of this room didn't matter because of this one feature. My double doors to my screen import. Oh my gosh. I had the doors painted black because I just wanted that to be a really nice focal point in the room, and I just love it. We originally planned on putting a bed in this guest room, but Trey's been working from home every day and probably will be doing so indefinitely, so we turned this into an office space. And I let him have a little bit more of a free reign with designing it as long as it stayed within my boho theme. But you can definitely feel the more masculine aesthetic in this room that I think still really works with the rest of the house. So I'm very pleased with it and his input. The guest bathroom has a Jack and Jill setup. It sits between the guest room and the kids' room, which will be ideal later on when we split the kids up and give them their separate rooms. But we will be doing renovations again on this bathroom in the near future. So this is the room for our kiddos. We're slowly adding different decorative things to the room. I haven't completely finished, but we are getting there. But it turned out to be a really nice size for them. I thought it was going to be a little tight initially, but it's just enough space, so I'm very thankful. Harlow is out of her crib in her big girl bed. We actually split the bunk beds that they have so that they're each in their own separate bed, and that pretty much wraps up their room. This outdoor space is heavenly. I mean, I refer to it as my little Garden of Eden. It was definitely one of the main selling points for the home for us. It's just so peaceful when I come out here. I do my meditation out here. I pray out here. It's really a very serene place for me, and there are just so many different elements and touches about this backyard that it's just going to be really enjoyed for years to come. So we're looking forward to that. Trey's goldfish pond is, let me tell you something he's very proud of. The fish, they like come up and greet him every time he feeds them now. They are so spoiled, but we love it, and the kids love feeding the fish. We spent a lot of time on getting this yard, bringing it back to life, pretty much. It had seasons worth, 2 seasons at least, worth of leaves that covered all of things like this. Like, we didn't know there were stones under all these leaves and pebble paths. But this is what you see as you're walking along our backyard, framing the house. So this is on the side that leads to the long driveway that actually goes all the way back here behind the gate. And on this side is the kitchen area and my screened-in porch. The kitchen area is right over there by that really tall tree. And it's like a little courtyard over here that I plan on planting flowers and herbs and everything right off the kitchen door whenever I'm cooking and things like that. It'll be very convenient. Oh, look at that beautiful tree. Oh, I just love this little area. It just, reminds me of a little Victorian courtyard that I have, like a little piece of that for me. I love Victorian era movies, so that goes without saying that I'm just very pleased with that portion of the backyard. And so as you walk along, going towards the back portion of the yard, you can continue with the pebble paths and you come across the shed, which we didn't have torn down. We had it painted. There's also a greenhouse, guys, like legit greenhouse. It has lighting, it has plumbing in there. It's amazing. So you keep walking around the pebble paths and it just takes you further and further into the yard, which is massive. If you can't tell by looking at it, like, this video does not do justice to it. But you come across two gardening beds here that are right for like, you know, cabbage and kale and spinach because it's really shaded in this area, and I do plan on doing that. That's a project for another day. But the pebble paths just continue, you guys, and it goes all around the backside of the backyard to a point where you can't even see the house. You're so far back that you cannot see the house because of the greenery and the shrubbery and the lush of the, you know, the foliage around you. That is just so peaceful. This really is. There is a hammock, of course, because you cannot have a hammock in this peaceful environment. We just have to change out the actual hammock itself. But one other thing that this yard has is not two, but four gardening beds for us to do some real farmer planting in, so that should be fun. It also has an arch in the backyard, and it's perfect because we're going to be having our vow renewal here in our backyard. And of course the kids love this backyard because it is so big and they just have free reign to run around. And Dude loves it too, of course. He loves the fact that he can just run and, you know, just play. This is another opening on the other side of the shed and the greenhouse. When I was growing up, my grandmother had a magnolia tree in her yard that I absolutely loved, and the fact that I have this massive size magnolia tree in my backyard is just, whew, it warms my heart, y'all. In the middle of the backyard, we sort of have this like little island, and it has rose bushes and different type of flowers all around it. And I love the little stone path that leads to a nice little kitty bench. And Harlow loves to sit on that bench, actually. There's another stone bench in the yard that you can sit on to watch the fish swim in the pond. And yeah, this pretty much wraps up the backyard oasis. Okay, so I saved the best for last because this is my screened in deck porch area, and I will be turning this into pretty much my sacred space. Just think of rugs and candles and plants, good vibes. There are going to be so many beautiful things that are birthed in this space, and I cannot wait to share them with you guys.
I hope you enjoyed the tour. I am so pleased with how our home came out. It's so beautiful to me, and I'm just the type of person that really is affected by her environment, and especially my home. And I wanted to make it a place that was just very peaceful and serene and inviting as well. So I think we accomplished that here, and I can't wait to vlog more while we're here and create even more memories. So I will see you guys in the next video. All right, love you. Bye.